Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Send it to Mike.
All right, so me and you was in JB's pregame press conference, and he challenged Darius Garland to be more aggressive and shoot the ball. You kind of bounced on me before Darius Garland took the podium.
I had to get home to do the post-game show. It was taking forever.
A great show, by the way. But Darius said that, he came into this game trying to assert himself, be aggressive with the shoot-first mentality. And the reporter asked him, what's your plan going into Game 6? And he says it's to continue to keep this shoot-first mentality. We seen how aggressive he was. We seen how he asserted himself early. 17 points in the first quarter, 3-point shots made. Mike, is Darius Garland back?
I mean, it's one game, and it was really one quarter, but it's a step in the right direction. We got a couple of plays I want to break down for you in a sec. After the game, we asked Donovan Mitchell, hey, how much does that help create offense for everyone else when Darius is that aggressive? And he talked about how Orlando has to change their coverage. They can't guard him one-on-one. And the follow-up question to that was, so what's your message to Darius in Game 2? He goes, shoot, 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 and keep on shooting. He only took 16 shots. I want to take 20 shots.
Yes.
No, it was not Jason Lloyd. I forget who asked the question. But when Darius is aggressive, it forces, just like when Evan Mobley in Game 1, when he's made the threes in the first quarter, and it forced Orlando to stop leaving him wide open, it unclogs the paint. When Darius is aggressive, it forces Orlando to make decisions they had yet to make in this series. And Earl, do you want to do the film now? Do you want to just do these 3 plays real quick? Steve, I think 305 is the first one. Darius came out in the first quarter looking to score.
Shout out to him.
We're talking like right off the bat, 2 minutes into the game. Transition, 1-on-3. I don't give a crap. And 1. Right through the defense, splits it. Later in the first quarter, I'm talking 2 minutes later, this might be his best play of the entire series. Gary Harris, ISO boom right past him, forces Orlando into a timeout. You can see the aggression. It's going to play through real quick. Darius knew, and he understands his teammates need him to score for this team to be at their best. And on both these plays, the early emotion from Darius was a good sign that, hey, he's in the right mindset, keep attacking. Now, when Darius attacks, Steve, we get to the next play, it opens up other things that JB and the offense can do. The next play we'll see here, Steve, 306, was this is different, but this is all within the same thing. Don't worry.
You want 305?
No, this is fine. This is fine. Watch Wendell Carter Jr. on this play. This is the third quarter. He decides not to. I'm just going to loop around. I got to explain it from the get-go. This is the game-winning bucket. Wendell Carter Jr. forced to step up.
This pass was awesome.
In games 3 and 4, and really games 1 and 2, when it loops again, the Magic weren't making Darius make decisions. They were saying, take your shot. Like we were begging you to try and score over us. He does that, and then push comes to shove. Look at Wendell Carter have to contest a shot, which leaves Evan Mobley open for the dump-off. Once again, game 4, Darius shoot. Mo Wagner, who you see right next to him, doesn't even contest a shot. They are saying, Darius, make us pay for not contesting. Wendell Carter Jr., fake contest in the third quarter. In the fourth quarter, after Darius beats them time in, time out again, is forced to contest.
Yep.
And that leads to the Evan Mobley dump-off.
Right.
So Darius being aggressive makes Orlando make all these different decisions.
Yeah.
And gets openings for other guys.
And that was a tough pass because he had to
It was a great pass. Yeah. That's
hook it
objectively
around
a great
2
pass.
players.
But that's the all-star Darius Garland that we
yeah.
saw time in and time out in 2021 and for most of the season last year that had been absent for 2023, 2024. This is the DG the Cavs need.
But I don't know about you, G. I'm not ready to say he's back yet.
No, it was one game.
I agree
One
with
game.
you. Step in the right direction, and he did a lot of – that pass was great. He kind of disappeared after the first quarter for some of the game, and we need him to be more I hate to be critical because he was so great in the first quarter, and that pass was one of the biggest plays of the game. But when he's back, he's got to be more consistent throughout the
totally
game.
Fair.
One of the biggest jobs as a point guard, and this is a skill set, is understanding the moment, understanding what your team needs, understanding, all right, I need to push the pace here. Or, okay, I need to get Evan Mobley to rock. Or, I need to be aggressive here. I need to pull up. These guys are sagging off the pick and roll. Yeah. For me, I think the Cavs play too slow a lot. They're not a running team, but you can run off a secondary break. You can run and just push the pace and make Orlando get back. I think at a lot of times you could put them in a situation in that first clip where he comes off and Gary Harris is on him and he's just like, man, Gary Harris, listen, there's nobody under the rim. I'm going to go to work. You know what I mean? You said in flat foot, Gary Harris is an okay defender, but you ain't got nothing to this. I'm going to just break you down, get to my spot, and let's lay the ball up. So for me, I think the Cavs could play a lot more, I wouldn't say fast break, but
No,
with
it's tempo. It's more tempo.
more pace.
It's more
With more
tempo.
pace, right? And I think sometimes Donovan Mitchell is not 100% because there's times where, in the game you will see him explode to the rim. That's a dunk.
Yeah, he's not 100%.
His step back isn't
Yeah.
it. He's not snapping the step back off like he used to. You can tell he's a little hurt. So now Darius has to pick that pace up and get some of these easy points in transition.
Yeah.
So that you can make the defense collapse and get those plays where you can kick and dish and do things.
And we talked about the Cavs' lack of three-point attempts in Game 4. They took 17 threes in Game 4. I called it unacceptable. They took 39 last night. What creates open threes is Darius and Donovan, and to a lesser extent Karras and Max, driving, forcing the defense to collapse, and kicking out. And when Darius is aggressive, that's just another weapon in the Cavs' offensive tool set to create open three-point looks. They have to make them. They still didn't shoot a great percentage from three last night, but unlike in Games 3 and 4, and really in Games 1 and 2 as well, the Cavs and Darius Garland in particular were aggressive enough to get into the paint, force Orlando to make a decision.
Right.
When they didn't, he took floaters. He made multiple floaters yesterday.
But the floater game-
When's the last time we've seen Darius
No.
Garland make a couple floaters?
Yeah.
And when that part of his game is working, it unlocks the rest of Darius's offensive arsenal too.
He was definitely playing with a confidence and an aggressiveness yesterday that we have not seen much this year.
Yeah.
So that was a major positive. When will we know officially if Darius Garland is back? When Earl puts him in a parlay. So, Earl, I put it to you. On Friday, will Darius Garland be back in your parlay?
So, fun fact, I actually trailed Tyvis parlay yesterday.
Did it
I
hit?
had him in my parlay.
Oh,
but
so you
when
had
we
him
were
in?
there,
By the way, when you said fun fact just now, for a second, I thought you did not say fun. I thought you said F you something else. For a moment in my head, I was like, wow, Earl doesn't curse on the air.
Did
not on the air.
Tyvis's hit?
No, we
At all.
missed the Cavs didn't cover. But when we got there, after me and Mike got done with the pre-game press
Yeah.
conference and everything, we typically go out there and watch the players warm up, and we try to pay attention to the coaches who's around them.
Yeah.
And a friend of mine, Spencer German from 92.3 The Fan, he was standing right there next to me, and I said, I don't know what it is. I have no rhyme or reason behind it, but I felt like Darius Garland was going to have a good game. And I remember one of the assistant coaches grabbing him while he was getting ready to warm up. He said, all right, now, I got you.
Yeah.
Tonight's the night. And he just seemed like he exuded confidence and energy, from warm-ups throughout the game. So I'm glad he had a good game. It was good for his confidence.
Yeah.
One last thing on Darius, and then I
Yeah.
know we'll talk about Marcus Morris and
Yeah,
some of
yeah.
the other unsung heroes. He has 17 points in the first quarter, explodes. Orlando changes everything in the way they're guarding him. In the fourth quarter, they had Jonathan Isaac on Darius Garland. I think part of the reason his scoring and shot attempts, he only had 6 shot attempts in the second half, was due to how Orlando was guarding him with Jonathan Isaac, who's 6'10", and a freak athlete.
Yeah.
And I'm not quite sure there's a bigger sign of respect Orlando could have given Darius for how he played last night than putting arguably the best Swiss knife Army defender in
Right.
the entire league on him in crunch time. They were putting Jalen
Right.
Suggs on Donovan. They were putting Darius on Jonathan Isaac. And we saw a couple times, we're going to break this down more on the Ultimate Cavs show tonight, how because Donovan's hurt, they've actually switched roles in out-of-timeout situations where Donovan's more of the point guard.
Right.
And they used Darius in 2 distinct ways last night as the off-ball guard.
Yeah.
That led to great looks for the Cavs. So make sure you tune in tonight for the Cavs show for
5
some
o'clock.
insight on that. 5 o'clock.
So here, really quickly, here's a problem, but not a problem, right? I mean, you still have, how did the offense look when you had one guy in, one big in, 4 guys out?
I got the number.
All right.
Earl, we're going to talk Marcus Morris, and I'm going to save that number for Marcus
All right,
Morris.
save that number.